Hey Nerwalls, and welcome back to some more weight loss stories. Only a small percentage of our viewers actually subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later, so please tap subscribe to join the original 100k Nerwalls. A message to short girls and people with low total daily energy expenditure, or everyone really, wanting to lose weight. I'm sure everyone on this page is familiar with the concept of TDEE, maintenance calories, and the caloric deficit. If not, here's a link to a website where you can learn more about it and calculate your own TDEE. It has been demonstrated to be true that 500 calories is the magic number deficit in order to lose weight. By taking your maintenance calories and subtracting 500, you will get your amount of calories needed to lose weight. For many people with low maintenance calories, short people, not so active people, office jobs perhaps, this can be really tough. For example, I am 5 feet tall, lightly active, female, and my maintenance calories are only 1800. If I wasn't active at all, like when I had my office job, it would be 1650. As we all know, 1800 minus 500 equals 1300. Yes, 1300 calories per day, while average/lightly active. And now, I want to preface my next point by saying if you are totally comfortable only eating 1300 calories per day, I am proud of you and I'm happy for you. As long as you're eating enough for your body to function, I won't judge you for eating 1150 to 1300. Good on you. I'm not trying to gatekeep anyone by any means. I'm also not trying to be mean to tall people and insinuate that weight loss must be easy for them. Weight loss is hard for all of us, otherwise this subreddit wouldn't exist. That being said, my weight loss journey has been rough for many reasons, including this one. I've seen other short girls come to the subreddit with the same problem, so I wanted to talk a bit about my experience and offer a solution. In the past, I've gotten so jealous of people who are able to eat way more than me and still lose weight faster. My significant other and I have started trying to lose weight together about a year ago, and he has been doing amazingly. He lost 40 pounds simply by taking a more physically active job and eating a bit less takeout. I, on the other hand, have been fluctuating 10 pounds for years now. In the past year, I've changed to a more active job, I've started calorie counting, I've restricted takeout, and I've started measuring ingredients when cooking. 1300 seems like an impossible number to me. Again, if you're cool with eating 1300 calories, that's good, but to me, it feels like deprivation. It's waking up at 7 a.m. and choosing whether I should cut out breakfast or lunch for the day, since I only have enough calories for 2 meals. I simply cannot be sustained by 1300 calories, especially with my busy lifestyle. The weeks I succeeded to only eat 1300 a day were the weeks where I was groggy, shaky, and irritable. Those weeks were often the weeks where I would give up and binge anyways. It is okay to admit that 1150 to 1300 calories is not enough food for you. You are not a fatty for saying that you need to eat 3 meals per day instead of 2. You are not any less capable of losing weight than the beautiful, dainty 110-pound girl who drinks cucumber water for breakfast. God, I wish I was her. Some people just can't do that, and it's okay. And just take it slow. If you do your calculations and you see that your allotted calories seem dangerously or unrealistically low, adjust the equation. You don't absolutely need to be at a 500 calorie deficit. Yes, it helps to lose weight rather quickly, but I would rather take 6 months to lose 15 pounds than to be in a binge cycle forever. If you cut out 400, 300, 200, or even 5 calories per day, you will lose weight, just slower, and that is okay. Slower is better than never. I use MyFitnessPal, and whenever I eat 1700 calories instead of 1300, I'm still losing weight even though it's only a 100 calorie deficit. When you're done logging for the day, the app will tell you, if you ate like this every day, you will be X pounds by X month. I love that, and it gets me going. As long as I can stick to a slow, doable diet, I don't care if it takes me 3 years to reach my goal. And too long didn't read, you don't need to be at a 500 calorie deficit at all times. Any deficit will work, it will just be slower. Slower is better than never. A short lady here. Also, I live with a very tall man, with a TDE like 1000 calories higher than me, so I definitely get the struggle. Wanted to add that when you're smaller, each pound you lose is spread across a shorter person, so it can often look like an overall greater loss. It can be demoralizing to watch some people losing dozens of pounds when I've only lost 10, but that 10 pounds looks like a lot on my frame. For real though, I got up to 186 pounds when the first lockdown started. It took me like a year, but I'm down to 170 and I look completely different. Whenever I say I lost 15 pounds, it doesn't sound very profound to other people, but 15 pounds is quite a lot when you're a member of the Lollipop Guild. Has anyone ever explained the paper towel effect to you? In essence, even though the first 15 pounds is way easier to lose than the last 15 makes more of a difference visually. Think of a roll of paper towels. When the roll is full, you can pull off sheet after sheet and the circumference doesn't really seem to change. But then, the closer you get to running out, the more difference each individual sheet affects the size of the roll, because it doesn't have to wrap around as far. So, at your max weight, you may have to lose 5 pounds to have the same visual equivalent as losing 1 pound at your lean weight. People who laugh at you when you tell them your goal. 2 years ago, I started a new job at a very small company. I was welcomed into the company with a dinner party at a restaurant. Unfortunately for me, it was at a steakhouse and I had just started a diet because I was 20 kilos overweight. There was one dish on the menu that had fish in it instead of meat, so I went for that. My new colleague next to me saw me eat only that dish with no appetizer and no dessert, and asked me if this was all I was going to eat at my welcoming dinner. I told her I was trying to lose weight. She asked me how much I wanted to lose this year, and I replied, 15 kilos. She started to laugh loudly and tell the guy next to her what I just said, who also started to laugh, saying I was setting the bar too high. You'd think I'd be all the more determined to show them I could do it, but frankly, it made me want to give up instantly. I suffer from depression and it wasn't diagnosed yet at the time, so I did not have the coping mechanisms I have now. My coping mechanism was what got me to this weight in the first place: eating. With an unsupportive working environment, along with some terrible private stuff that happened in the following year, I ended up gaining another 10 kilograms. I am now working at a different company, along with some ladies who are also trying to lose weight, and we actually cheer each other on and don't tempt one another with unhealthy snacks, but there's always a large box of fresh apples or tangerines in the hallway. I'm currently doing the same brutal home workouts as a couple of friends of mine who have the same goal as me, and we share our progress, tips, and recipes. I started on the 4th of January, and I'm already down 3 kilograms, drinking almost a gallon of water a day and keeping sugar to a minimum and making healthy meals that are so delicious. A supportive environment is key. Encouragement from others helps you to encourage yourself. That's why I'm so glad I found this subreddit. I've read so many helpful tips and inspiring stories of people's weight loss journeys. I want that. I am motivated more than ever to reach my goal. Someone said blank, and it made me feel motivated, discouraged, positive, negative about my weight loss journey. Lately, I've seen a ton of posts about others' reactions to weight loss, comments about food, etc. that made the poster feel some type of way about their progress or plan. Weight loss is challenging. It can be emotional and it can involve serious changes. For many of us, it can be hard to make those changes without asking for accountability from friends or coworkers, or at least giving your family the heads up to help you avoid temptation. That being said, a common theme I've noticed is that folks who are already very anxious and negative about their body open up to someone else who doesn't say the right thing in response. Inevitably, this discourages the poster from weight loss, or alternatively motivates them to prove the commenter wrong. Weight loss is something that should be pursued out of love and respect for your body and yourself. That sounds like an ideal, but it has practical benefits. Emotional motivators come and go, but you and your body are in it together for life. It is so crucial to approach weight loss through a positive lens rather than a punishing or a depriving one. It has to work for you, not for anyone else. And honestly, others' opinions don't matter unless they're your doctor or mental health professional. If you are fueled by others' reactions to your current weight or weight loss, or your dedication to your new lifestyle wavers with any expressed doubt from others, you may not be in a good headspace for this journey. Making new changes is hard, so it's tempting to seek support and validation wherever you can. However, if you don't feel like you are getting it from the people in your life, this subreddit is a great place to seek it out. We all get it and will give recent feedback and gentle, good faith correction where appropriate. And people in your life may be chronic fat dieters, may have never needed to lose weight, may be recovering from their own EDs, or simply may think themselves armchair experts on everything. For me, keeping weight loss talk abbreviated in real life and focusing on my own goals and what works for me has been key to success. If you're not there yet, and an obtuse offhand comment about food and weight upsets you enough that you deviate from your plan, you may want to avoid having those conversations. As a final note, part of the reason that these posts stand out to me is that I recovered from an ED and have worked very hard to approach weight loss in a healthy way. Many people have not been diagnosed with EDs, but hold unhealthy beliefs about themselves, including that their weight is a defining feature or essential focus to everyone around them. This can be true, as many people can be toxic about weight, but the goal of changing your eating habits should be to get to a place where you can thrive. If your weight is a constant negative focus, consider talking with a therapist to work towards embracing a more neutral view of yourself as you adopt a healthy lifestyle. The best defense against regain, in my opinion, is to lose weight for long-term reasons like preserving your quality of life. If that's what's driving you, an ignorant comment might sting, but should not change your commitment to being your best you. And that brings us to the end, Narwhals. Please tap subscribe to join the original 100k Narwhals. And lastly, here's our featured Narwhal of the Day. And got rid of the expectation that losing weight is a consecutive downward going line. Your weight will fluctuate, and it will fluctuate a lot. What's important is that overall, it will keep going down, sharing this to motivate others to not give up because of fluctuations and plateaus.